Hello, this is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, the best show on social media, whether the other two habitual line steppers think so or not. I'm just coming to y'all for shortly because I just learned that the Get Out actor Daniel Kaluuya has been cast as Fred Hampton in the upcoming biopic film entitled Jesus Is My Homeboy. I did a video a while back, like further back, named basically questioning why was there a problem with Cynthia Erivo, a British actor playing Harriet Tubman, and a lot of people did have a problem with that as well because she's a British actor, she's not American, so how can they connect to the American Black experience? Which is a legitimate question. And then I was on the side of I didn't think that it was a big deal to cast Cynthia Erivo as Harriet Tubman because black people, you know, in a lot of walks were claiming that they didn't like slave films. They were no longer interested in seeing slave films. Um, and when Harriet came out, and I had a chance to look at it, uh, I can see why there was a big problem, but I might do another video on that. Here to talk about Daniel Kaluuya. Daniel Kaluuya is also a black British actor, and they chose him to play Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton, as it for anyone who has a little bit of knowledge of the history of the Black Panther Party, Fred Hampton was very key. He was very important to that movement. He had the ability to bring people together, a lot of people together. And I feel like a movie with start like about Fred Hampton would have to be handled very carefully. I would feel like that was a role that you just don't hand to just anyone. Now, Dan Kaluuya is a good actor, and I don't feel like he's just anyone. But just based on some of the stuff that I pulled up, and just even before, like when I first heard that he was going to play Fred Hampton, I was just like, this just doesn't feel right. Period. It just doesn't feel right. So, but this in but let me just show you why I feel like that this is not a great decision. This right here just seems out of place. Um, Now let me all right, cool. Let me let me okay, this is from Source Magazine. And it states, Jesus is my homeboy, Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield to star in Black Panther biopic. Um, as Black Panther continues, okay, that's not important. They're talking about the movie Black Panther. Um, okay, about the film itself, I want to talk about Jesus is my homeboy. Um, Directed by Ryan Coogler. Uh, Ryan Coogler is also he directed the film yeah, Black Panther, the Marvel comic book superhero. He directed that film, and he also directed the first Creed film. The first Creed film to me was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Even I could even say that Creed as a story was better than Rocky as a story, even though it's a spinoff of the Rocky films. Um, and the film is tentatively titled "Jesus Is My Homeboy." That's a tentative title. They may name it something else by the time it's finished and ready for release. And it's set to star Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out as Hampton. Yeah, you're reading that correctly. It says set to star Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out as Fred Hampton. Lakeith Stanfield is playing William O'Neill, the FBI agent who infiltrated the group. They say it would be directed by Shaka King. They just said that it would be directed by Ryan Coogler. Confuses me. It says directed by Ryan Coogler, and not saying it'll be directed by Shaka King. Maybe it's just something that they'll explain, like how is a film going to have two directors. Um, and they're basically saying around O'Neill's infiltration of the group and how he ingrained himself with Hampton and others, yet betrayed them by providing detailed plans of Hampton's apartment to the FBI, plans that ultimately led to the death of Hampton and fellow Panther Mark Clark in 1969. The two were killed during a raid by a tactical unit that was authorized by both the Chicago Police Department and the FBI. Yes, because Lyndon Baines Johnson made a statement that the Black Panther Party was the biggest threat to national security, and that was simply not true. It was just people were just thrown off by strong leadership in Black organization. See, there's always this fear that people want revenge for all the stuff that's happened, like since slavery. And there's always going to be that ingrained fear in these people, you know. And that's why Fred Hampton is dead. But for Daniel Kaluuya to be cast as Hampton. Now, they did say that the movie more centers around William O'Neill, played by Lakeith Stanfield. Now, my thing is the reason what puzzles me is why can't they just get Lakeith Stanfield, who is American if I'm not mistaken, to play Hampton and have Daniel Kaluuya play William O'Neill? Especially after I've seen, and if I'm wrong, put it in the comment section. I mean, but they're just then, you find certain things. Okay, and I would try to put this in chronological order. Well, yeah, it's easy. It's only two sites. Now, first off, before anybody gets off on a tangent, because first thing that like a lot of our people like to do is see who this man girlfriend is and what he's and all this other stuff. Like I love dick policing everybody. So I pulled this article from Oprah magazine. Oh God, Oprah. I just did it for research purposes, and I just plus it had a big old pretty clear picture of Daniel Kaluuya with his girlfriend, Amanda Creeklow. Oh man, Amanda. I've never seen Amanda spelled like that, but okay. They're saying she's a Hollywood heavy hitter, but that's not why we're here. So I just want y'all to check this picture out. She is a little fun fact. She is the daughter of a British activist. Okay, so there you have. That's who he's messing with. Since a lot of people love to focus on who somebody has a relationship with, rather than their talent and their ability to deliver a great performance. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Daniel Kaluuya. I don't think that he's a bad actor at all. I just think that why is it that they couldn't find a good old American actor? Like, I mean, just like I said, Lakeith Stanfield. It's like I would rather have somebody who could connect more to the character, due to our history. And this is why. This is always going to be why. There's this article right here. I'll go back up to that part. Just had it. I just had to see what that part was. It's a long interview. It's a long article. So, okay. Now, this is an interview that was published in 2018, almost 2 years ago. Daniel Kaluuya. I'm not a spokesperson. No one's expected to speak for all white people. Yes. So let's look at the context of this. Yeah, again, this is Daniel Kaluuya right here. Um, so I know what part of the article. Yeah, this is a long article. They like to take the one thing out of the interview and title the article with it, but I'm kind of glad that they did. I don't think it's a very bad context. But I'll just read it to you. Just the link is also in the description, so you can check out the article in its entirety. But he was basically talking about his career and his love of acting, and how he takes himself seriously as an actor. Um, this is where he's. Wait, let's see. Okay, I think I read like okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll start right here. Um, he was saying after he commented on a police drama that he was starring in something it's not Queen and Slim, but this is in response to that. He said, but it's a certain narrative, a certain way in which people see black people. I don't like race debates. I find them boring. What's to debate? Do you think racism's good? What are we debating? Let's just go and do our shit. It doesn't mean I shy away from it, but I'm not interested in race. Remember that. Remember that in the next few minutes. I'm not interested in race. It's just something I have to have a deep understanding and knowledge of because of my experience and because I have to navigate the Western world. Yes, he's British. He's not from America. And that last sentence was absolutely 100% true. And that's something that I try to stress to people. A lot of these people don't have the understanding of the experience, of the American experience, or can empathize with it. Whenever you see British referring to the African American experience, they treat us like, we're just making a bunch of excuses because there's something that they have never experienced. Um, and he goes on to say again, he knocks on the table to underline each word. Race is not something I'm interested in, like I'm interested in music. I'm not reading so many essays about race for fun. I'm reading them because I need to know how to articulate myself in certain situations. And I feel very alone in certain spaces. And I feel weird. And I have to have a word map and the armor. I know about race for armor. I don't know about race to make myself feel good. So in saying that, yes, he doesn't study things about race and racism. He doesn't study them for fun, or he has a vested interest. Well, a vested interest, of course, vested. We know, but he doesn't have a genuine interest in it. He only does it for character studies and to understand. I guess whenever he goes to places like America. Um, yeah, basically he was speaking the oddball part. He was basically speaking about being the only black person in the room for some of his acting jobs. But here's the title of the article in this paragraph. He said, "I'm not one of these. Is the tendency on the public publicity trail to treat successful black actors as representatives of their race, something that annoys him immensely. I'm not a spokesperson. I am an individual," he says. "Who's the spokesperson for white people? There isn't one. No one's expected to speak up for all white people. I'm just living my life. I'm a black man. I'm proud of it, but I'm just living my life. I don't see myself as a victim. You may victimize me, but you will not make me feel like a victim. And if you think you can, then what sort of person are you?" Okay. I mean, a lot of the pro-black community will probably be mad at Daniel Kaluuya for even, saying something like that. Yeah, it's probably was. I mean, but I kind of understand. There's a lot of sentiment out there saying that that actors shouldn't politicize. When they go on certain platforms, and they should just for real. And there's a lot of black people that say that about black actors, like and black athletes. They should not politicize. Whenever they get in front of a microphone, just shut up and proceed. And I don't believe anybody should shut up when they have a platform. But at the same time, I understand if it's hypocrisy or not, like not even a general understanding of what you're saying. And I really don't think that, this is a case of jumping ahead. I mean, jumping ahead too much and not thinking about where you may end up when you say something like this. And it's like it ain't like that, when Daniel Kaluuya was a child, that he was reading books about Martin Luther King and Ralph David Abernathy and you know uh, got in Thurgood Marshall and Sojourner Truth, and he wasn't. Those weren't in his history books. I mean, the father of his girlfriend, might be, but in his history books, but you know, the way that some of these people speak, like foreign blacks, like even like Cynthia Erivo, who caught some heat for saying some disparaging things about American blacks. And recently, it's been reported that Lupita Nyong'o of that movie 12 Years a Slave, where she played like a complete bedwench. Um, she has even been known to be especially mean and snooty to um, African Americans in particular on the set of her films and acting projects. So yeah, they do pick, like it seems like Hollywood does do pick people who don't exact they represent us by color. They don't represent us by, the reverence and importance of the kind of acting jobs that these people do when they portray these people. Just like Harriet Tubman. Yeah, like Cynthia Erivo, I had to tell you, was like the cutest little Harriet Tubman that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I mean, Cynthia Erivo, she kind of cute, But I mean, like I said, I'll make a video as to why I think that's is trash that she got an Oscar nomination for it. Probably tomorrow, sometime, maybe today. I might even surprise you guys. But here we are. Okay, this article right here was published by Entertainment Weekly on the 12th of January. That was a few days ago. And now look at what we have here. After Get Out, after Black Panther, after Queen and Slim, any other project I might not have named for him. And now that he's playing Fred Hampton, conveniently, now it's time to talk about racism. 2 years after that article I just showed you came out, and it's entitled Daniel Kaluuya says he was passed over for roles in England due to racism. Now it's time to talk about racism. And look who's at that round table in that interview. Man, this interview, this was another Entertainment Weekly interview of the cast and crew of the movie Queen and Slim, the movie I still have yet to watch. Yeah, and okay, they got some quotes in here. Okay, let me read these first two little paragraphs. Daniel Kaluuya has found great success working as an actor in the United States. Yeah, with credits in highly lauded films, including 2017's Get Out and 2018's Black Panther. But according to Kaluuya, what led him to find work across the pond is an issue with racism in his native England. I was going for a lot of stuff in England, he told the Sunday Times in a new interview. But I wasn't getting roles because of the color of my skin. It wasn't fair. It was a trap. Now, let me further read. For example, I went up for this show. It was 10 rounds of auditions. There was me and a white guy for the lead. It was about aliens. And I realized that I was going to one audition that the other guy had been given an acting coach. They didn't love me like they loved him. Now, you're going to probably get a little pushback for that, Mr. Kaluuya. Especially after what I just revealed. Not like I'm the biggest channel on the planet, but I should be for anyone listening. But no, buddy, you don't get to say that after you said that other thing. So you don't get to say that after you said you were not interested in discussing race. Remember, I asked y'all to remember that. If you're just joining, you can go back and watch the on-demand replay when you click the thumbnail. But and let me see. You add it in any other profession, that would be weird, but it was accepted in mine. It happened a few times, and I went, nah, I'm not an idiot. But you played dumb in another interview. Like I said, people don't know where they are going to end up when they say things like that. They don't. They don't. No. Yeah, look at this. Hey, y'all take a look at that picture right here. Remember, like, how much it pissed off everyone? Like, I don't even know why he couldn't even say anything about race after doing Get Out. Like, he mentioned the, like, when he went to a screening in Atlanta, how the crowd reacted to it, and he probably was talking about the fact that he had a white girlfriend in the film. Um, but I've just put this picture up here because I know how y'all feel about black man interracial relationships, and I really do stress the black man interracial relationships. Uh, yeah, but it's like some of these British black actors be fooling me though. Like, you will swear they are that good at portraying Americans. Like the accent just goes like here. Now look at this. Let me hold on. Let me see. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh man. Let me get back to the folder. Oh shoot. Let me get back to the folder real quick. Just bear with me because I wanted to show y'all something. These these touch mouse pads. Please, I might get me a manual mouse just to get that stuff off. Now, here's what I wanted y'all to do. I want y'all to look at Lakeith Stanfield. Even by look, Lakeith Stanfield is better suited to play Fred Hampton than Daniel Kaluuya, and that is in no way, shape, or form me talking about the color of Daniel Kaluuya's skin. Even though he appeared to be much darker than Fred Hampton, what I'm talking about is the fact. See, I think the whole thing, and this is just a theory of mine, and I mean, it can sound like it makes sense to you, or it doesn't. I think the problem they're having with American black actors playing American historic figures with the gravity as a leader as Fred Hampton was, American black actors want it to be perfect, especially if they studied these guys. They want it to be treated with respect. With a British actor, is probably not as much maintenance. Yeah, and that right there is really what's wrong with that. You know, we want, and like I say, we want in our community people who are empathetic to our experiences to be able to deliver this to us. Like, this is why a lot of people have, like, they bowed out of looking at slave films. That's why a lot of them have, not all of them, because I do believe there's a more egregious, dumb reason why black people want slave films out. And I mean, I understand the whole depicting of the violence and the the trauma that it caused our race over an extended period of time, such as centuries. But we just need this kind of thing handled a little bit better. I felt like if they had handled slave films a little bit better, um, you know, that I don't think we would mind it so much. But I mean, they push for slave, like, the only reason why I feel like they push for slave films to be done away with was because of the fact that there was extreme white guilt, white tears coming out of these people. It was extreme guilt, and they got tired of being reminded of the extreme guilt. Black people, it was a different reason. They didn't want Black people, don't want to be seen in a position of powerlessness. I say remind them folks of how they got this country to where they are, where it is, every chance you get. It's not it's not right to sit there and just forget something just because it hurts your feelings. I don't want to sit there and glue my eyes to the screen every time slaves are depicted on screen, but it happened. There are so many thousands upon thousands, millions that did not see justice from the time they were born to the time they were dead. And honestly, in a system of white supremacy, I don't care about their feelings. Fred Hampton is dead because he was in a system of white supremacy. Daniel Kaluuya, this guy that's looking at Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa in Black Panther, cannot possibly. He could empathize a little bit, but it's just only by skin. He doesn't really know. No character study. No matter how much you get a textbook and just read up on it, how can he have the ability to connect? Now I know I was a little easier when I was talking about Cynthia Erivo. Oh yeah, I was way easier when I talked about Cynthia Erivo, but just give me a chance. That video is coming. Like I said, I have no problem with a black man making his money, being no matter what country he's from. Even though blacks across the diaspora, for like from what I hear, don't have any don't have any real respect for American blacks, but I know a few exceptions to that. So I think that that's just people being negative and wanting to see disarray and more division among blacks, and like over like for real, they do observe some of our behaviors. Foreign blacks do observe American blacks' behavior, and it's like this: if you're any kind of self conscious, it is kind of embarrassing. It is kind of embarrassing. But do I think Daniel Kaluuya is the right choice for Fred Hampton? No, I don't think it is. I think it's dumb. I think that they're just choosing their low maintenance actor, so he'll just go by the script they want. I mean, when Lakeith Stanfield, I don't know what to say, bro. I mean, good that you're still landing roles and making money. And we should, like I said, we should all be proud of that. But it's really time for us to start considering and thinking about, trying to produce our own material like that. Because if you are relying on these stories coming from big time Hollywood, then you're never going to get things set right. You're never going to get the things the way they should be, or you know, think of should be is how people's general approval. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be 100%. Um, but still, it's like there had to have been a better choice than Daniel Kaluuya for Fred Hampton. I felt like Lakeith Stanfield would have fit that role. And Lakeith Stanfield has the acting ability. He does. Yeah. But I'll just go ahead and finally say this, and then I'm done. Um, let's see. I'll just finally say this. Ryan Coogler is an outstanding director, and despite what I may feel, this might actually be a great film. Ryan Coogler is not a slouch. This might actually be a great film, and I'll definitely be going to see the film just to talk about it on this channel, and I'll also talk about it on the Habitual Line Steppers Entertainment channel, The Black Dimension. Yeah, we got some really good stuff going over there. So, for those of you who are watching the video to this point, there's going to be a link in the description below. I'm gonna put it there. It's not there at the time of the broadcast. The entire entertainment channel, The Black Dimension. It's very entertainment. Some things are lighthearted. Some things are dark, but at the same time, is we set the not made for kids setting on the channel. So take so we can discuss more serious things like this film when it comes out. So for everyone that tuned in today, and for all the new subscribers I've been getting lately, and all of the all of my older, subscribers that decided to stick it out with me. I do appreciate you for being here. I do appreciate you being you know, being there for me, and just we're looking for more continued growth, and we'll definitely get there. But the final verdict for me, let's see, let's go back to the final verdict for me is that nah, I don't think Daniel Kaluuya is the right guy for this role. I don't. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Man Cold TV. Yo, that dude is British. What the fuck? Wild, get the hell out of here. Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya is very British. You know who else is British? That guy that plays Morgan on The Walking Dead. The guy with the bow staff. He's also British. It shocked the fuck out of me. And the reason why, like I said, I think I pointed that out earlier. The reason why it's so shocking is because British actors can do American accents flawlessly. Like it's taking nothing away from them at all. It really isn't. I mean, I'm amazed by it. I am extremely amazed by it. All right, shout out to God Word Save Seven, the best moderator ever. No diss to the other moderators, but everything like that. But yeah, hello to you too. Yeah, just giving my opinion on why I feel like that, Daniel Kaluuya probably is the wrong choice. But, that's been typical Hollywood as of late, making the wrong choices as far as what actor should play what. So, but I'm pretty much done right here from now. Well, like once again, thanks for tuning in to this channel. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Coming to you on this okay day. I mean, it's okay outside, but any day above ground is a winner. You know, that's up to you to make it such. So, in Kev we trust. Goodbye. Long live the habitual line steppers.